It's a men's and women's basketball doubleheader here on bwyellowjackets.com. Good afternoon and welcome in. Thanks for joining me here today. Again, I am Cole McDaniel, and starting off here this afternoon is going to be the men's basketball team for the Yellow Jackets hosting the Capital Comets. At 4 o'clock will be the tip-off for the women's matchup. But again, we'll look at these men's programs here as they're about to get this game underway here in the next couple of minutes. Starting lineups coming up in just a moment as well. The Yellow Jackets come into this one with a record of 7-7 overall, 3-4 in the Ohio Athletic Conference, and currently tied for 6th in the standings. Their last game on Wednesday, a hard-fought battle with Ohio Northern, and the Yellow Jackets went on to win that game by a score of 70-63. Ashton Price led the way through the first half, was hot in the first half, and Snyder picked it up in the second with his shooting ability, and those two guys led the way scoring for the Yellow Jackets, coming away with that close win. The Capital Comets here on the road come in with a record of 7-7 overall, 3-4 in the Ohio Athletic Conference. Again, identical record that the Yellow Jackets have, and these are the two teams that are tied for 6th in the standings. So, similar to the Yellow Jackets game against Ohio Northern on Wednesday, where those two teams had identical records, were tied in the 7th position. The Yellow Jackets came away with the win. It's going to be a matter of figuring out which team at the end of the day is going to really be in a better spot standings-wise, as we're really approaching the halfway point in conference play pretty quickly here in the next couple of games. Looking at the Comets, the last 2 games, they're on a 2-game losing streak. A matter of trying to get that turned around, spoil the Yellow Jackets. Nice little run they've had at home here the last few trips at home. Now, no player for the Comets averages over 13 points per game. That is something to pay attention to. I would argue that in order for Capital to come away with a victory here this afternoon, they need to find a way to make this a defensive battle, make it scrappy, make it ugly defensively, force the Yellow Jackets into turnovers, see if you can get out in transition, get some buckets. Again, I think that's going to be the big key for Capital here on the road. Got to find a way to take away those shooting guards of the Yellow Jackets. It's hard when there's 3 of them. Again, mentioned Ashton Price and Jake Snyder having a great last game. Anthony Mazzio was pretty quiet until the last couple of minutes of that game. But again, he's always going to find a way to get his points. Hard to stop Anthony Mazzio, one of the leading scorers in the conference, averaging 18.2 points per game. Capital in their all-purple jerseys with the gray numerals, and the Yellow Jackets in all gray with the white numerals. Here on the tip, the Yellow Jackets will be going from right to left on your screen, and we'll take a look at these starting lineups here right now. Taking a look at the visitors, number 5, Ryan Seaver. Number 11, Caleb Crawford. Number 13, Carter Combs. Number 15, Griffin Dosick. And number 20, Dom Megerly. For the Yellow Jackets, their normal starting lineup, the normal 5 we've seen the last few games. Number 0, Ashton Price. Number 1, Jake Snyder. Number 3, Anthony Mazzio. Number 11, Jackson Simmons. And number 14, Zoltan Nagy. Tip underway, and the Yellow Jackets have possession to start the game, and Simmons wants to drive. Well, hop step tried to plant his feet. Did not get that pivot foot set, and little short choppy step there as he tried to plant, and that is a quick turnover there for the Yellow Jackets, and that's what I talked about. Capital's going to have to find a way to force the Yellow Jackets into making mistakes. Swinging it around the 3-point arc. Megerly over to Crawford. Crawford moving to the middle of the floor. Nagy switched off on him. Opportunity for the mid-range jumper, pull up off of the back of the rim, and no good. Follow up and second chance points here for Capital if they can capitalize. Another opportunity. Into the middle, in the lane. There's the turnaround jumper for Ryan Seaver, and the first 2 buckets on the night. First 2 points, with that bucket this afternoon. So great job by Capital, crashing the offensive glass. Can the Yellow Jackets respond? And it's Simmons making up for that turnover, the mistake on the first trip, cashing in for his first 3 points this afternoon. Feed inside. Dosick had positioning, had backed down Snyder really on the low block in the paint. And that pass just a little bit too far ahead of him and out of play, and turnover allows the Yellow Jackets to come back the other way and look to extend on their early lead. Nagy backing down, trying to find some space. Really tough shot there with the left hand. Capital really fighting with each other to grab that board. And Nagy was able to come away with it, and Price steps out of bounds here on the near side. So sloppiness really to start this game for both of these teams. Several turnovers apiece. Combs in the corner now on the low block, and good feed inside to Seaver, and Seaver now has 4. Nagy out to Mazzio. Cross-court pass, Price. He was hot last week in the first half, unable to get his first shot to go off the back of the rim. And Nagy went to get that rebound, but he was fouled by Ryan Seaver. It's going to be a foul on the floor, the first foul on the game. So Seaver has 1 personal against him. Sophomore forward from Ottoville. And with how the first couple minutes of this game has started, Seaver would be one of the last guys you want to see if you're a Comet supporter get into foul trouble. Here's Price, another opportunity from the same spot where he missed the last shot, and he hits that 3. You can't leave Ashton Price, sophomore guard from Bay Village, open here in the left corner. That seemed to be his really hot spot the last few games. Good feed. Griffin Dosick puts that one up and in for 2. We got a tie ball game at 6. Snyder picks up his dribble. Awkward pass there to Nagy. Nagy, great job getting his hands on that one, hauling it in. That was a really tough pass to Corral, and credit to Nagy for collecting that one. Possession didn't end up working out for the Yellow Jackets there, but again, Nagy, a 2-sport athlete, sophomore forward from Lakewood, also the goalkeeper for the men's soccer team. Combs kicking that one out. That one's tipped out. Last off of the Yellow Jackets. And Capital will inbound this ball on the far sideline in front of the Yellow Jackets bench. Combs, nice feed inside. Really clever look. Help defense came. And Dosick was wide open. Simmons on the other end. He gets the 2 to go. There's a delay of game warning going against Jackson Simmons as that ball was being passed back to Seaver to inbound that ball. Tied at 8-all. We played 4.5 minutes so far here in the first half. First game of this men's and women's doubleheader. Finish at the rim for Seaver. Seaver now has 6 points already in this game. Been a physical presence, working down the low block offensively. Snyder gets in the air, thought about a shot, awkwardly gets a pass away to Jared Logan. Logan's jumper, up and in for 2. Crawford has a size advantage here on Snyder. Back Snyder down, unable to get the first shot to go. The follow-up there for Dosick. Fouled on the attempt. He'll go to the free throw line for 2. Ashton Price will go to the bench, take his seat. Luke Driscoll, junior guard from California, checks in for his first action here this afternoon. Number 42, Justin Nixon, in for the Comets. Also checking in is Ryan Roth. So after the 2 made free throws from the line, it's a 12-10 score in favor of the visitors. Jared Logan looking to give the Yellow Jackets the lead, but an air ball there off on that shot to the left. Megerly to Nixon. Crawford. Back to Crawford. Logan Allen hedged that one, came out. Simmons did a great job getting his arms up and defensively affecting that Seaver shot. Turnover on the other end, and Capital an opportunity to score points on the other end and not paying attention to that line. Ryan Seaver's heels stepped out of bounds in front of the Yellow Jackets bench. Nagy back in, and Simmons will take a seat. Driscoll, crossover. Mazzio thought about a shot. Bounce pass to Nagy. Wraps around, and a pass there to Driscoll, who is cutting to the lane. Able to catch that one, go up in one fluid motion there. Get the 2 points, and now an offensive foul on the other end going against Capital. That will be the second team foul against the Comets. So Anthony Mazzio will take a seat, and good to see number 25, Ray Ellington, playing this afternoon. Had been out with an injury, had dressed the last game but wasn't in. So he has the brace on the right knee. But great to have the freshman guard from Westlake back, and Jake Snyder, a senior from Stowe, hits that 3. 30-second timeout. Yellow Jackets lead by 3. We'll step aside, be right back here on BWYellowJackets.com. back in play after the timeout. As the Comets will come the length of the floor. Crawford brings it over midcourt. Thompson, who's into the game for the Comets now. Crawford turning, tried to get to the left hand with the shot. Loses that one out of bounds. Last off of Jake Snyder. Capital will inbound underneath the basket. 14 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Crawford posting up again, wanting to go to work against Snyder. Gets the positioning to the right hand. An easy bucket for Crawford. Ellington gets his first touch of the basketball and puts it up and in with the left hand. The shot for Crawford, steps through, hits the jumper for 2 points. And right now Crawford is the hot hand for Capital, taking advantage of his size mismatch against Snyder. Zoltan Nagy broke free and was wide open. Easy find there for Jared Logan, and first 2 points on the afternoon for Nagy. Thompson to Roth. Driscoll on Roth. Megerly on the low block to Nixon. Has to kick this one out. Pump fake, step back. Three, no good for the lefty Thompson. Rebounded by the Yellow Jackets. Gray jerseys getting out in transition. Driscoll, a little turnaround. Didn't get a friendly bounce. Rebound, Capital. Crawford with the right hand, wanted the and one, not going to get the call, but still got the 2 points. Yellow Jackets up one. Driscoll finds Logan, thought about the three. It's going to be last off of the Comets, and plenty of substitutions. Ashton Price comes in for BW. Jake Snyder will go to the bench. And 4 changes. And actually, excuse me, it's like 5 changes now for Capital. So Damon Goodwin in his 28th year as Capital's head coach, deciding to get a full set of fresh legs out on the floor. Nagy has to hoist a three, not known for his shooting ability. That got late into the shot clock, only had 2 seconds remaining on the clock, had to get one off. Capital looking to answer on the other end, look to take a lead, and they're going to take a lead. Hop step there for Dosick. Banks that one in for 2. Jared Logan, wide open 3. 0 for 2 so far from 3. There's a feed down low. Seaver unable to get that one to go as Nagy was coming across. Didn't catch the ball there, but caught the backboard. Wonder if that shook the rim enough. Resulted in that bucket to not go down. Nagy, short arms, the right hand hook. Combs, leading scorer for the Comets, been quiet so far, averages 12.4 points per game. There's his first bucket on the afternoon. Driscoll, kick to Ellington, in the corner, wants a 3, no good. Finkenbein, Seaver for 2, Timeout, Yellow Jackets. Tom Heil wants to talk things over with the Yellow Jackets as they now find themselves down 6 on a nice Comets run here in the last few minutes. Taking a look around the conference, plenty of men's basketball action going on right now. All the men's programs in the conference playing at the moment. Muskingum holds an 11-10 lead over Ohio Northern. 11 minutes remaining in the first half. Marietta and Heidelberg. Currently that game is a Marietta 18-16 lead over Heidelberg. Wilmington and John Carroll also facing off. And Wilmington holds a lead 17-13. And Wilmington actually just fell to Muskingum on Wednesday. So looking to bounce back there. And then Mount Union and Otterbein facing off. No update on the score yet there at this point. We'll let you know if there's any other updates. Back in action here, Rob Watson, the third, checks in for his first action on the afternoon and gets his first 2 points. Only about 15 seconds after checking in. Dosick hands this one off to Combs. Combs wide drive, pulls up, really tough shot. As he was falling to his right, and in transition, Simmons airmails that one over the head of Anthony Mazzio, and a turnover, and Capital can set up their offense again. Drive, no good with the right hand for Combs. Tried to get underneath of the arm of Simmons. Combs trying to recover defensively. Really a 5v4 right now. Price was open in the corner. A little too late on finding him. Down to Rob Watson on the low block, and he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Foul the Comets, number 15, Griffin Dosick is first, team third. To the line to shoot 2, number 21, Rob Watson the third.
Watson's first free throw is good. A 54% free throw shooter so far this season. Several changes for Capital. Megerly back in, Crawford back in. Now, last time Crawford was in, he was taking advantage of the size mismatch against Snyder. We'll see if he does the same thing with Price now on him. The missed open 3 there for Ryan Seaver. Rebounded by the Yellow Jackets. Mazzio looking to clear some room, get a shot of his own, stepping through. Tons of contact. No foul call, needs some help. Ellington to Price in the corner. Price has it tipped away from behind. And Crawford slams into the back of Price. He's a little slow to get up, needs some help to his feet.
Foul the Comets, number 11, Caleb Crawford is first, team 4. Into the game for your Yellow Jackets, number 1, Jake Snyder.
So Jake Snyder checks back in. Ray Ellington will take a seat. Again, mentioned, good to see Ellington out there getting some minutes here today. Always good to get a player back from injury. Mazzio, clever play, as that one was inbounded to him in the corner. He was falling backwards from the start. He needed to find a way to keep possession for the Yellow Jackets and threw it off the legs of the Capital defender in Megerly. Still 17 seconds on the shot clock for the Yellow Jackets. Price driving, wants to get to the rim, and he does. Banks it in for 2. We've got a tie ball game, 25 all. Six and a half minutes remaining in the first half. Picking up the dribble, kick to the corner. Megerly feeds inside. Missed there initially for Thompson. Watson might have gotten a piece of that initial shot. Then a foul on the second opportunity, and Thompson will step to the free throw line for 2 attempts. Missed there on that first attempt for the senior forward. Played his high school basketball at West Jefferson. Looking to split the pair, and he does get the second one to go. Snyder backing down. Loses possession. Again, he's saying that one was tipped by Crawford. Didn't see any tip there. Looked like it slipped out of the hands of Snyder. And a good defensive possession for Capital on the turnover. So Crawford, the junior guard from Cincinnati, has been getting the better of Jake Snyder to this point, using his physicality not only on the offensive end, but the defensive end as well. Now Price is on Crawford. Help defense comes from Rob Watson III. Price stayed strong, and not a friendly roll there for Crawford. Looked like that one was going to drop. Yellow Jackets in transition. Mazzio putting his left shoulder into the chest there of Thompson. And it's going to be a foul against Thompson on the shot, and Mazzio will go to the free throw line for 2. First attempt up and good. And mentioned that Mazzio averages 18.2 points per game, a 72% free throw shooter on the season. Second attempt up and good as well. So the Yellow Jackets now hold a 1-point lead back and forth. These two teams have been battling so far in the first half. Very reminiscent of what the Yellow Jackets saw against Ohio Northern on Wednesday. Megerly, bounce pass to Seaver. Seaver. Dosick gives it to Crawford. Back to Dosick. Driving at Price. The rejection, but Dosick still has possession of the ball. 3-point attempt. Strong off of the back of the rim and no good. Megerly follows. Up through the contact. Foul going against Rob Watson III. And one chance now for Megerly. Watson will take a seat, and Zoltan Nagy checks back in. Capital up 1 point, opportunity to make it 2. Short off of the front of the rim. So Megerly unable to take advantage of the and one chance. Snyder feeds it to Simmons, trying to find some space, has to kick it out to Price. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Simmons wide open for 3. He hit the first one on the night, sinks that one, nothing but net. Simmons is feeling it from deep. Four and a half minutes remaining in the first half here from Ursprung Gymnasium. Drive from Crawford with the left hand. Gets past Nagy. Banks it in. Tie ball game. Not up at 30. Snyder to Simmons. Decided this time. And that's just clever offensive play there from Simmons, the senior forward from Wadsworth. He's made his 2 3-point attempts. Knew that Dosick was going to have to close out. Respect him a little bit more after he's hit a few threes. Take advantage of that and drive by. Price to Mazzio. Mazzio, pump fake. Simmons to Snyder. Snyder thought about the three, trying to clear some space for himself. Step back to Nagy. Nagy stepping through with the right hand off of the back of the rim, no good. Capital an opportunity to get out in transition. Instead, they're going to slow this one down with Megerle. Splitting through the defense, wide open three, and that one's good for Ryan Seaver. There's the feed on the low block. Nagy banks it in for two. Yellow Jackets down one. 3 minutes remaining in the half. Great defensive play there by Snyder to get his hands up, tip that ball, and Nagy steals it. Can the Yellow Jackets reclaim the lead here on this offensive possession? Mazzio trying to scoop that one, go underneath the arm of Megerle with the right hand. Instead, it was blocked by Megerle, and it's going to be last off of the Yellow Jackets. Capital ball. Number 24, Jared Logan, back into the game. Drive for Nixon. And a foul there, missed on the shot, but he'll go to the free throw line for 2 attempts. Jared Logan picks up his first personal foul. That is the Yellow Jackets' 4th team foul. First free throw up and good. Nixon only 8 free throw attempts so far this season coming into the game this afternoon. And only gone 2 of 8 from the line, so that's a great trip there. 2 of 2 from the line this afternoon. Price picks up a dribble, finds Snyder. Snyder wants a 3. Snyder short off the front of the rim. Finkenbein driving. Simmons alters that shot. Mazzio in transition, looking for Jared Logan, and Jared Logan mishandles that pass initially. Able to regather it, but missed on the shot. Squandered opportunity for the Yellow Jackets. 2 minutes remaining, down 3 here in the first half. That was a gimme for Nixon with the left hand. As Logan went to the floor, and so Capital unable to score on the other end. Yellow Jackets turn over the ball on the offensive end. Again, it's been a lot of back and forth. It's been a close matchup between these two teams, but like I talked about right before the game started, just a little bit of sloppiness and carelessness, probably more so going against the Yellow Jackets, which is exactly what Capital would have wanted here on the road. That one tipped away. Snyder got his hand in there. Last off of Snyder. Coaching staff of the Yellow Jackets wanted it to be BW ball, but definitely appeared like it was last off of Snyder there, and Finkenbein did not get a hand on that ball. Mazzio takes a seat. Ellington back in. Inbound to Combs. Combs steps back, wants the 3. A little long on the shot. Scramble for the loose ball. And a follow and a finish there for Trey Hammond. So the freshman forward from Medina gets the 2 points, 5-point advantage. Now for Capital. Simmons fouled as he was driving to the hoop there. Comets couldn't believe the call there. Goodwin not too happy with it. Simmons will go to the free throw line for 2. First attempt good for Simmons. 58% free throw shooter on the season. Seaver will take a seat Nixon checks back in. Second free throw rattles home for Simmons. Yellow Jackets just down 3. 1 minute remaining here in the half. So an opportunity for Capital. If they run the offense quickly, this could be a 2-for-1 situation. Trying to set that offense up. Backing down's Thompson. Thompson going to his preferred left hand. Short off of the front of the rim and no good. Yellow Jackets rebound. Maybe an opportunity to tie up this game here on this offensive set. Jared Logan's had a tough time this afternoon shooting the 3 ball. Had an air ball. And then since that point has missed his next 2 3-point attempts, really from the same spot on the floor. And so after that quick shot attempt, there's actually a 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Capital going to drain as much time as possible. Probably start running this offense here with about 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Thompson driving, gets bumped. And actually, it looks like the officials pointed at Ellington, who reached in as Thompson was driving by, caught him on the arm. So it's the 16 foul, 1 away from the bonus. So shot clock is now off, 10 seconds left. Seaver to Hammond. Hammond wants the 3. Hammond makes the 3. 4 seconds left. The Yellow Jackets have to go. Jared Logan passes it up the floor to Simmons. Simmons for 2, unable to bank that one in. Great look. Just had to get that one off quick. Again, in full stride, unable to slow down. And that was tough on that angle. So, Capital on the road here in Berea find themselves up 6 points at the end of the first half. Score 40-34. Of course, this is a men's and women's doubleheader. As I mentioned earlier, you're watching and listening here on bwyellowjackets.com. I'm going to step aside. I'll be back with you here in about 14 minutes right before the start of the second half. Don't go away. Welcome back on BWYellowJackets.com. We're about a minute away from getting the second half underway as Capital leading on the road 40-34 over the Yellow Jackets. If you're just now tuning in, again, welcome this afternoon. This is the first game of the men's and women's doubleheader here between Baldwin Wallace and the Capital Comets here from Ursprung Gymnasium in Berea. Now taking a look at this men's game right now and why the Comets have an advantage. Well, a couple of different reasons. One of the main things is how dominant they've been in the paint. Courtesy of Ryan Seaver, also Justin Nixon going after things, getting to work, coming off of the bench. I have to say Caleb Crawford, the guard, has actually been a huge part of that as well, backing down the smaller guards, getting points in the paint. Capital has 26 compared to the Yellow Jackets 16, so plus 10 advantage there. Only 4 turnovers in the first half for Capital, 7 for the Yellow Jackets, creating a little bit of havoc. And we'll see if Capital can continue to do the same thing coming out of the locker room and end up walking away with a win. The inbound here, Capital gets to start this off offensively and not paying attention, and Combs, heel touches the out of bounds line here on the near sideline, and turnover. Again, if you're just now tuning in, Yellow Jackets coming into this game with a 7-7 overall record, 3-4 in the conference. Same record that Capital has, 7-7 overall, 3-4 in the conference as well. So these two teams tied for 6th in the standings. Winner, of course, will break that deadlock. Simmons missed on the shot. Nagy on the follow-up. Opportunity to get second chance points, but a missed pass as that one went into the bench of the coaching staff there. Missing Snyder, who was open. Probably could have had a 3 attempt there. So a turnover apiece. 2 offensive possessions total to start this second half. There's a foul on the floor. Going against Zoltan Nagy. Looked like he held Ryan Seaver a bit. And no, actually Ashton Price, he's the one that gets called with it. Again, Nagy and Seaver and Price all kind of got tangled up there in the same area. First team foul against the Yellow Jackets. Here's Crawford going to work against Snyder and draws the foul. Snyder will send Crawford to the free throw line for 2 chances, and saw a lot of that in the first half. Anytime Snyder was on Crawford, the bigger guard, would go to work and back down Snyder. Snyder's going to need some help if that continues with that matchup. Crawford misses on the first free throw attempt. 69%, actually a 55% free throw shooter on the year so far. Splits the pair, gets the second one to go. Simmons picks up his dribble, motioning for Mazzio to come and help. Gets the help from Nagy in the middle of the floor. Here's Snyder. Simmons to Mazzio. Mazzio only has 2 points so far. He dishes this one to Simmons, who had been hot from 3 in the first half. Went 2 for 2. Misses on his first chance of the second half. There's the drive. Nagy battling with Dosick, stands strong, keeps it in play. Ashton Price in transition, a big block from Crawford. Coming across on the help defense. Price had to double clutch there, and that allowed Crawford time to get to that basketball. Scramble for the loose ball in the corner. And it looks like it's going to be off of the Yellow Jackets, and Capital Comets ball in the corner. Inbounded to Megerly. Hands this one off to Crawford. Mazzio now has switched on to Crawford. Probably a better matchup there size-wise. Spin the kick out. Seaver, he wants a three from the middle of the floor. No good on the shot, and Simmons basically tackled. Got doubled there, had a comment on each arm. Play on, and the officials letting the physicality happen, but then a chippy call on the other end. Looked like Simmons, as he swiped down, got all ball there. Again, that swipe down motion, though, is what's usually going to get you. Officials see a swipe down motion, and they're typically going to call you for the foul, and Ryan Seaver gets to go to the free throw line for two. Surprised they let that go, though, after the bodies hitting the floor and the physicality on that rebound after the missed shot previously. So miss on both of those shots from the line. Snyder brings this one up the floor. Yellow Jackets down 7. Here's Simmons. He wants to go to work, taking out some frustration here, and gets bumped. He tries to get the shot up. And Simmons will go to the free throw line for 2 attempts. Simmons currently leads the Yellow Jackets in scoring with 10 on the afternoon. First shot off at the back of the rim, no good. It was 2 for 2 from the free throw line in the first half. Substitution for Capital. Joe Thompson checks in, and Ryan Seaver will take a seat. Second attempt from the line, no good for Simmons. So that's 4 straight missed free throws between these two teams. There's a turnover. Trying to pass this one back to Thompson, and Simmons took that one away. Now Snyder wants to get out in transition to the left hand a little bit strong. That was almost a line drive off of the backboard. Simmons tried to follow it up. Looked like it might have come off of the leg there of Dosick. Instead, they're going to say it's last off of the fingertips of Simmons. Capital ball. Megerly is trying to drive. Simmons fouls Megerly. That is now the 3rd personal on Simmons, so he'll go to the bench, take a seat. 4th team foul for Baldwin Wallace. Checking back in is Jared Logan. Dosick to Thompson. The feed to Crawford, and Mazzio did a great job defensively standing strong. Nagy tipping this one out, and Ashton Price gets to it and corrals the basketball for the defensive rebound. Price, Nagy, thought about the open three. Again, Nagy, not really known to shoot those threes, but wanted that one. Said pass it off. The Yellow Jackets unable to capitalize offensively. 4 minutes played so far in the second half, and been pretty quiet and pretty sloppy in many ways between these two teams so far. There's a good step through. Nagy stayed up, straight up, making sure that no foul was called against him, and Thompson a little bit strong on that shot. So still that scoring drought continues. Price pull-up jumper, a little wild there. He thought he got bumped at the left side of the rim, and now Comet's ball. Crawford picks up his dribble, feed to Dosick, backing down Mazzio. Mazzio poked that ball away. Mazzio wants a quick three in transition. That one halfway down and out. "12 seconds on the shot clock. Snyder. Nagy to Price. Price wants to drive. Price getting to the rim. Through the contact. Couldn't get that one to go. That one rolled all the way around the rim. Snyder, great hustle play. Jared Logan through the contact. Banks it in for two. There we go. Finally a bucket here. It's been a while since we've seen the basketball go through the net. On the other end, Joe Thompson to the left hand. He gets the two. 43-36. Next dead ball will have several substitutions for both teams. Mazzio looking to go to work. Here's Price. Price fouled as he was driving by Griffin Dosick. Second team foul against the Comets. And here come those substitutions. Rob Watson III checks back in. Ray Ellington in. And Luke Driscoll also in for Baldwin Wallace. Justin Nixon in for Capital. Also, number 0, McCain Finkenbein. Driscoll on the drive to the right hand. Short arms that one. Finkenbein had time to pull up for that wide open three if he wanted. Instead, slowing things down and Capital running the offense. Magerly, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Driving, a lot of gray jerseys. Unable to get that shot to go. Snyder, step back for three. Short off of the front of the rim, nearly got a friendly bounce. Hit the rim twice, no good. Step through with the right hand. Carter Combs going to his left and trying to put that one back to the right. No good there. Here's Snyder. Feed to Watson. Watson through the lane. Watson flips it up. Off of the rim, no good. Watson will go to the free throw line for two.
Number 0, McCain Finkenbein is first, team third. To the line to shoot two.
First personal on Finkenbein, the third team foul against the Comets after this first free throw attempt. Two substitutions coming up for Capital. First free throw attempt, no good for Rob Watson III. Trey Hammond checks in. Caleb Crawford back into the game as well. No good on both of those attempts from the line. So still a 7-point deficit for Baldwin Wallace here at Ursprung Gymnasium. Hammond picks up his dribble, finds Nixon. Nixon driving. Ellington gets his hand on that. Watson was there as well. Driscoll getting out in transition, deciding to slow this thing down. Cross-court pass to Ellington. Wants a three. That one wide left the whole way. Crawford to the rim. Banks it in with the left hand for two. Capital extending their lead. Now up 9. So who for the Yellow Jackets can step up and get the scoring to go? Maybe it is Snyder. Snyder, with the group on the floor right now, would assume he's going to be the guy to look for a bucket. Tough shot there in the corner with a much bigger defender and Trey Hammond on him. Now Capital looks to take a double-digit lead. Then no. Miscommunication there. Jared Logan throws that one out of bounds. He was looking for Luke Driscoll. And a turnover there and a timeout on the floor. And a reminder that today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by VSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. We'll be right back after this timeout here on BWYellowJackets.com. Following the timeout, Capital inbounds the ball to Crawford, bringing it up the floor. Crawford and Seaver each have 11 points so far this afternoon. Here is Seaver. Finkenbein. Back to Crawford. Ellington on him. Seaver. Bounce pass. Feed into low block. Seaver gets it back. Open three. No good on the shot. Follow there for Ellington. Cleaning up the glass for the Yellow Jackets. And after a stop, need to find a way to get a basket on the other end. We're nearly halfway through the second half. Here from Berea. Drive and Snyder. Fouled as he was driving down the baseline. Crawford picks up his second personal foul on the afternoon. That is the 14th foul against the Comets. Jared Logan will take a seat. Jackson Simmons back in. Simmons has 3 personals, so something to pay attention to. Miscommunication once again. Turnover on the inbound pass. Hammond loses it. Driscoll driving in transition. With the right hand, banks it in. Excellent finish there for Driscoll. 45-38 Capital. There's a feed wide open. That's easy for 2 for Dosick. Help defense came, and now in transition, the Yellow Jackets looking to respond, and there's a 3 for Ellington, and that's big in the corner from the freshman guard from Westlake. Crawford needs some help. Here's Hammond picking up his dribble, feeding it to Crawford, and Crawford's loved this matchup against Snyder all night. Turning, going to work. Snyder goes to ground. Crawford gets the 2. That is not the matchup you want defensively for the Yellow Jackets. Crawford's just been abusing Snyder. Now the Yellow Jackets turn over once again. Capital defensively making things messy, but it's not just on Capital's defense. This is on the Yellow Jackets and miscommunication issues. Carter Combs is back in for the Comets. Ryan Roth also in for the Comets. Magerly feeds Dosick, driving to the hoop. Contested by Rob Watson, the third in front. Jackson Simmons coming up behind with the help defense, trying to block that one. And Simmons is going to be hit with the foul. And that is his fourth personal foul. So you're going to see after this first free throw attempt, Simmons check out. Nagy's going to come in for him. First free throw up and good. Dosick, the senior forward from Anna, now has 11 this afternoon. Second free throw up and good as well. So a 10-point lead now for Capital. Double-digit advantage on the road. 9 minutes remaining here in this game. Of course, the first game of the men's and women's doubleheader between these two schools. Price drives. And a big block there from behind. Seaver read that the whole way. Still going to be Yellow Jackets ball. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Price spinning to the left hand, looking to bank that one in. Gets his own rebound, scoops that one up with the right hand, and he'll fall to the floor. Hard foul there. Price has been on the hardwood quite a few times. Heard the thump there on that one. He's up. Seems to be okay. Maybe the second or third time seen Ashton Price be a little bit slow to get up, needing help from his teammates. Sophomore guard from Bay Village at the free throw line. Gets the first one to go. One of the best, actually the best free throw shooters on the team. Again, Jake Snyder and Ashton Price pretty clinical from the free throw line. Price has the best free throw percentage at 91%. Second one up, no good. So a rare miss there for Price. Yellow Jackets down 9. Pass to the middle, Dosick. Hands it off to Combs. Combs finds Dosick, turnaround jumper. Short, off of the front of the rim. Driscoll in transition. Looking to drive, Ellington in the corner. Mazzio's back in. Again, the Yellow Jackets need to find a way to get Mazzio going. Help defense comes. Mazzio needs to kick this one out. It's tipped away. Turnover and on the steal. Kick to the corner. Wide open three. No good off of the back of the rim. Dosick trying to keep it in play. He stepped out. Joe Thompson checks in. Ryan Roth takes a seat. So now that the Yellow Jackets got to stop, again, it's time to start getting some buckets on the other end if they want to make their way back into this game. Driscoll steps through, and that was an awkward pass as it was coming his way from Price. Driscoll just beat the defender to it. He's got a beautiful little floater there with the right hand. Really knows where that basket is. Now the Yellow Jackets down 7. Here's the drive, getting past Nagy. And getting that one up just before Ellington got there on the help defense. Nice finish there from Combs. Ellington driving, picks up his dribble. No shot there. It's going to be a foul on the floor going against the Comets. Their 6th team foul in the second half. Jake Snyder back in. Ellington will get a breather. Inbound to Nagy. Mazzio, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Tight defense, and anytime Mazzio's driving, that help defense is lurking and paying attention. Mazzio's been held in check once again with just 2 points. And actually, credit to Capital, the whole backcourt. Price, Snyder, and Mazzio combining for 11 points combined. That's not normal when all those players together average well over 35 points a game, the three of them combined. So the Yellow Jackets will inbound this ball here on the near sideline in front of the student section. Nagy will check out, and Simmons, the leading scorer for the Yellow Jackets. Again, they need a hot hand. They need somebody who can score. Simmons has been that guy today. 10 points for BW on a tough shooting afternoon for the Yellow Jackets. But Simmons has 4 personal fouls. So one more and he would foul out. So have to make sure that Simmons doesn't pick up that foul. Driscoll misses on the 3. And Simmons follows, banks that in for 2. Again, Driscoll, that interesting three-point shot that he has, again, really starts at that hip pocket and rolls up his body. Not going to see Driscoll shooting too many shots. Again, a guy who more of a defensive player when he comes in, or likes to go to the floater, get to the rim. But one of the more unique shots in the entire OAC, maybe in all of D3 basketball as well. (53-46), Capital. Mazzio driving, stops, shoots that one and gets the 2 to go. BW inching closer and closer, now down 5. Need to get another stop here, and Damon Goodwin wants a timeout. So a full timeout, and we'll keep it here as today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider, as well as Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. So taking a look around the conference, again, an update here on all these 2 o'clock basketball games. Ohio Northern, last update, has a 5-point lead over Muskingum, 37-32. In the matchup between Marietta and Heidelberg, that one is a close battle. Heidelberg has edged ahead by 3 points, 58-55 with 8 minutes remaining in the second half. Wilmington and John Carroll. Wilmington was holding the lead in the first half. And at this point, John Carroll has found their way in front, 48-45. Still a close one in that matchup. And the last game, and looking for an update here for the Mount Union Otterbein game. After the full timeout, Capital will be inbounding this one in front of their bench. Crawford to Megerly, over to Combs. Mazzio getting his hand in there. Help defense coming from Snyder and forcing the turnover. And currently Otterbein holding a 50-46 lead over 13-1 Mount Union. So that could be an interesting result if Otterbein pulls off the upset. Can feel like this is common all the time in the OAC, but a lot of close matchups, and we've got a close one here at Ursprung. 53-50, Capital's lead is now just down to 3 points. Crawford with Mazzio on him, and that's been a much better switch defensively for the Yellow Jackets. Here's the help defense. Crawford thought about the three. Mazzio, good closeout. Dosick out to Crawford. Crawford wants to drive. Simmons came across. There was a little bump. No call from the officials, and Simmons secures the rebound. Again, anytime there's any contact and Simmons is around, this crowd's going to hold their breath. Currently 4 personals for Simmons. Turnover. Mazzio throws that one away. Megerly fouled from behind. And this one actually a little bit awkward as Ellington fouled Megerly, who slid into Mazzio. Mazzio grimacing a little bit as he got caught awkwardly really on his ankle there. Looks to be okay, but walking that one off. Sweat being wiped up on the floor here. And now we're going to get this back in action. Capital inbounding from the baseline. Megerly to Crawford. Crawford, Mazzio tight on him. He wants to back down and go right at Mazzio. Mazzio's handled this well the last few times he's seen it. Forced a tough shot there for Crawford, and since that switch happened and it's no longer been Snyder on Crawford, it's been Mazzio. That has been a difference defensively for the Yellow Jackets. Here's the kick to the corner for the tie, and no good there for Ellington. And Simmons, as he went up for the rebound, foul going against number 15, Griffin Dosick, who is backing down Simmons. And that is the 7th team foul against the Comets. So Jackson Simmons will go to the free throw line for the 1-and-1. Now the last trip to the line, he missed both attempts after a good shooting first half. First shot there, up and good. So again, a second attempt upcoming. Opportunity to cut this to a 1-point deficit. And he does. 53-52, Capital. Slip there for Combs. Dosick was needing some help. He got to Seaver right at midcourt. Now Crawford has it. Going to look to make a move. Needs to make a move with 5 seconds left. Going to go up with the shot off of the back of the rim. No good. Simmons, strong rebound with his right hand. Holds that one down. And the Yellow Jackets can take the lead. Mazzio wide open. No good on the shot. Mazzio, a guy you don't want to leave open like that too often, but quiet with just 4 points so far. It's been Mazzio's effort defensively that's been crucial. Yellow Jackets still down 1. Got a timeout on the floor, and we'll step aside with them here on bwyellowjackets.com. 3 minutes remaining in this game. Following the timeout, ball will be inbounded on the sideline in front of the scorer's table. Crawford. Ellington on him. Megerly. Here's a switch off. And this is a great opportunity. Huge mismatch down the low block. Snyder battling with Dosick. 4 seconds. Crawford needs to get a shot off. Step back. That's a tough deep two, and he banks it home. There's a drive. The left hand, Ellington, up and in for 2. So Yellow Jackets just down 1. 2 minutes remaining in the game. This could be an exciting finish in the first game of this men's and women's doubleheader. There's a 3. No good for Combs. And Seaver on the attempted offensive rebound, stepping out of bounds on the baseline. Yellow Jackets ball. Snyder bringing this cross half court. Wants the early 3, misses the early 3. Minute and a half left. BW still down 1 after a second half that has really been Capital in the lead the entire way. Simmons thought about jumping that. Combs drives. Simmons the help defense. That one blocked, swatted away. Last off of the Yellow Jackets will remain Comets ball underneath the basket. Going to have to be a quick inbound play here, though. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Crawford clearing some space. A little bit of separation, and air ball as Mazzio was applying the tight defensive pressure. And I think that's got to be a shot clock violation. Did not catch the rim. Was not tipped. Yes, it hit off of Yellow Jackets player and went out of bounds, but I don't think a rebound was secured there. Horn win at the same time as the ball was still coming down. So going to talk this over here right now. That horn went, but the officials speaking with the scores table going to say that that ball hit out of bounds. It was Capital possession with only 1 second remaining on the shot clock, so right before the horn sounded. Officials still talking it over with the scores table. So we have a timeout here in this game, but with the brief pause in action, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow, and Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. So 1 minute left here after this timeout, and we get this game back in action. As it stands, still 1 second remaining on the shot clock. Capital ball from the baseline underneath their basket. So we'll see what Damon Goodwin draws up for the Comets. This is going to be something that really has to get to the rim right away. Not going to have time to catch and shoot. Maybe try to find a way to get a guy like Seaver or Megerly open coming down the lane. Kind of alley-oop it up there, just allow them to tip it in. Here is Megerly. They thought about it initially, instead going to have to kick it out. Going to be really awkward there off of the front of the rim. The follow, out of play, last off of Capital, crashing into the scores table. Yellow Jackets ball, 1 minute remaining. Snyder.
In the second.
Plenty of time to just work the offense. Get a good shot. Don't settle. Simmons feeds it to Mazzio. Mazzio picks up his dribble. Finds Price. Price up and in! And one chance coming up. What a clutch basket. That's huge for the Yellow Jackets. They have been down the entire time in the second half. All the way since halftime. Momentum was going the way of the visitors. And now with under a minute remaining in this game, Simmons found Mazzio. Mazzio had to get a pass off, and instead of kicking it out, found Price, who, that's a tough wraparound pass, and Price through the contact. Free throw up, no good, but the Yellow Jackets still up 1 point. 10-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So regardless of what happens here, if you're the Yellow Jackets, and if there's a rebound, you got to find a way to defensively secure it. Here's the drive to the right hand, and one now for Finkenbein. He'll go to the line. Strong finish from the freshman guard from Anna. Got into the chest of Mazzio. Put that one up and in. And Finkenbein now at the line and looking to capitalize and put Capital up 2 points. 18.9 seconds remaining. We'll step aside for this timeout. We'll be right back on bwyellowjackets.com. Free throw attempt for Finkenbein as we're back here on bwyellowjackets.com, and he sinks that, so BW now down 2 points. Shot clock is off. 15 seconds on the game clock. Price wants to drive. Goes up for the two. Simmons follows. Comes down with the rebound. We're going to wave that off. Say that's a jump ball. Possession arrow still with the Yellow Jackets, so that's fortunate for BW. Really thought that they were going to let that one play out just a couple seconds more. Game would have been interesting if they let that play out there, because Ellington was wide open at the top of the three-point arch there. If Simmons could have kicked it out to him, could have been a game-winning shot. Instead, Yellow Jackets ball. They'll be inbounding it here with 7.8 seconds remaining in this half. We'll be right back here on bwyellowjackets.com. So we're back here on BWYellowJackets.com after multiple timeouts, and here's another timeout. So mind games here, and Damon Goodwin in his 28th season as head coach for Capital wanted to see how the Yellow Jackets lined up. He decided to take a timeout once again. So as Capital is up 2 points, trying to find a way to make sure the Yellow Jackets don't tie this one up, take it to overtime, don't end up walking away with the win here as Capital, probably the team with the way they played and made this a defensive battle and made things a little bit sloppy for the Yellow Jackets. Probably deserved to win this game, but credit to the Yellow Jackets, what they've done here in the last 5 minutes to get right back into this one. Anytime that Capital extended onto their lead, the Yellow Jackets didn't let it get out of hand. But now still an opportunity for Tom Heil to draw up a play here for BW. I'd say with the way that they've been shooting here in this game, just 23% from 3, 5 of 21. This Yellow Jackets team, sometimes a team that I refer to them as live or die by the 3. Again, when they're hitting threes, they're hard to beat. Tonight, they have not been hitting threes. Say you try to find a way to get to the rim and try to take this to overtime. Probably like your chances a little bit better than hitting a 3 with the way that Capital's played defensively as well. Goodwin telling his team to get their hands up here on the inbound. It's going to be Price on the baseline. 7 seconds left. Gets it into Simmons. Snyder wants a 3. Off the side of the rim, no good. Follow up, and Capital keeps it in play. 1 second, and that is going to do it. Capital gets the win on the road to start the men's and women's doubleheader. They win this one by a score of 58-56, and as I said before, this game even started. Really the key for Capital to probably walk away with a win in this game was to turn this into a defensive, tough, hard-fought battle, and that they did. So now the Capital Comets move to 8-7 on the season, 4-4 in the OAC. Baldwin Wallace drops to 7-8 and 3-5 in the OAC. I'm going to step aside. Of course, there's going to be the link here on the BWYellowJackets.com page. If you go to women's basketball page, go to the schedule, then you can click on the video, as this video will be stopping here for the men's game, and the second one coming up, tip-off at 4 o'clock. Thank you, everybody, for watching and listening here on BWYellowJackets.com. I'm Cole McDaniel. Again, make sure to tune in for the women's matchup.